Hey, Mike here. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up SystemSculpt, and it's quite easy. Now, again, it's still not available in community plugins, unfortunately, but you can get a pre-release version. What is it called again? Bart? Barf? I forgot what it's called. Bert? Geez, what is it called? I need to Google it. Hold on. All right, it's called Brat. That's what it's called. Okay, so Brat by TFT Hacker. Now, you're going to install this. Basically what it is, it's a beta reviewers auto update tester. This plugin allows you to take a look at a pre-release plugin, so something that's not in the community plugins yet. So yeah, you're going to install it, enable it, head into the options. Then you're going to click this add beta plugin. And here I'm going to have, of course, this link in the description below, but it's quite simple. It's https://github.com/systemsculpt, and then it's Obsidian-systemsculpt-AI. Add plugin. It's going to do everything in the background. You'll know that it's successfully installed because now you'll have these little buttons on the status bar, and you will have SystemSculpt AI in your community plugins little tab here. So all you need to do now is just pop in your OpenAI API key. I have one in my clipboard, so I'm going to paste it in here. And there you go. It's going to validate it. And as you can see, it's valid. Now we can take a look at all these other tabs. Everything should be in working order now. You can select your model. The default is set to GPT-4, but of course, if you do want cheaper tokens, then 3.5 is your better bet. You can see here on the bottom, we have these buttons. Again, this is not going to be the full-length video of how everything works, but just a quick understanding of what you can do here. You can very quickly switch from one to the other, from GPT 3.5 to GPT-4 Turbo. You can also hotkey these things. Let me show you my default hotkeys here. So you just type in SystemSculpt, and these are all the things that you can hotkey with SystemSculpt. So let me just run through the defaults that I do. Add task, I do Option Command T, and then change max tokens, I do Command Shift M for max tokens. That's how I remember it. Generating a title for the current note, I do Shift Command T. So this one has a conflict. Let's take a look at the conflict. Undo closed tab. Yeah, I don't really utilize that too often. Again, these are very personal hotkeys. You will surely have your own choices, but this is just what I go with. Now, recording an audio note, I do Shift Command R, and then toggling a generation, I do Shift Command G. Toggling the model, I do Command M. Very simple, very easy to remember. And then, yeah, to transcribe the selected file, I don't really hotkey that. And then viewing tasks, I do Option Command V. So now you can see, instead of having to do commands or anything like that, I can do something very simple, such as Shift Command R. And right away, you can see that I'm recording audio in the bottom right-hand corner. You can see a nice little visualizer of me speaking. And if I press that hotkey again, if I toggle it again, so again, Shift Command R, it's going to transcribe everything that I just said and paste in to my currently active notes. As you can see, that is a perfect transcription down to the correct ending command. So that's really nice. Another thing is, let me show you the difference here, right? So right now we're using GPT 3.5 Turbo. So if I do a command such as, let's see, name all of the presidents of the US, and then I just do Shift Command G, which, remember, that's the toggle generation. It's going to put generating, and it's going to generate all of the presidents in a nice little list. So you can see here we have all of the presidents. Now, if we do that same thing, but with GPT-4, so to change my model, all I'm going to do is Command M, boom. And you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, let me make this a little bit bigger for you. So Command M, I can show you the hotkey here. Actually, let me turn on, it's called Keycaster. So now you'll have this little visual of what hotkey I'm pressing. So Command M is all I'm doing to change the current model that I'm using. So that's a very nice way to save on costs. And if I do that again with GPT-4 Turbo and I do Shift Command G for generate, you'll see that it's generating. and now it'll give me like a numbered list or something, right? So again, this is maybe a bad example because it's a very straightforward thing that both will get correct. But it's nice to have very quick access to change from one to the other. Viewing tasks, or let's create a task right now. So Option Command T is going to pop up a little task window for you, and here you can designate what you want to do. So again, right now we're using GPT 3.5 Turbo, but you can switch it to GPT-4. Then let's open up the task modal again, and we have these little buttons here that you see on the bottom. You can click those too in order to open up the task module. And here we can type in something like create a bedtime routine for me to go through. And then I can just either add task or command enter. It'll generate the task as you're seeing right now. And let's see here. Still generating. Boom, task added successfully. So you can either head directly to the tasks file here, or so you can just head here straight away, or you can do the Option Command V hotkey that we just set up, and it'll take you straight to the tasks file. One thing I didn't mention here is that, of course, with our little settings here for recorder, everything is currently turned on. So it saves the audio clip, it saves the transcription to a file, it copies it to your clipboard, and it pastes it to your active note. Now, of course, all of these are toggleable. Here's the recording itself, and then the transcription itself is here. So it's in a nice little neatly tucked away note. You can play it, and you already have the transcription readily available. So that's something I didn't mention. Again, let's head back into our task. Let's see what it came up with. So it says establish a bedtime routine, determine a consistent bedtime and wake up time to follow daily. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good plan. Not bad. So yeah, that's about it. There are templates as well. So currently there's only a blank template available for users that have not become a part of the Patreon. If you are a part of the Patreon, then you can use a license key here, and you'll have access to way more templates, which I'll get into that in a later video. But for now, I'm going to show you what the templates looks like. So I'm going to pop in my little license key here. All right, and now we have the license key, and I can click Sync Templates here. So what it does, it tells you right here, sync templates from the server using the provided license key. So I'm just going to click it, and it's going to check my license key. It's going to download the templates, and that's it. So now when I do a /, it will show me all of the templates that are currently available through the little SystemSculpt syncs. So we have a few key fabric templates, and of course you can just make your own template as well. You can take one of these, create a copy of it, and just edit the contents of it. So that's really nice. You have Gen Wiki, Gen List. Let's take a template and use it. So neurology, make a full-blown wiki about neurology. And now we can just do a / wiki, and we have this option. We can click it, and it's going to start generating it. So here we go. This is all generating. Yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty good wiki so far. It gives you a main idea, gives you, these are headers, so it makes it look really nice. It creates little bolds, gives you very good definitions of things. And it doesn't matter, by the way, when you're using a template, what you have in these settings here, whether you have GPT-4 Turbo or whatever your max tokens are, because it uses whatever you have within the template, designated in the template. That's what it uses. So I'll show you that in just a second. So it's still creating the wiki here. This is just a nice little personal wiki for you to have. Creates a nice little glossary, so you have definitions of specific words, key takeaways, key researchers and figures, so you can do more research into these people. And yeah, so that's really nice. Let's take a look at the GenWiki entry here. And you can see here that it's very simple. It has a properties field that you can very easily edit. The model here is GPT-4 Turbo, but you can switch it, of course, to GPT-3.5 Turbo instead. The max tokens is 1,500. If you want a shorter wiki, then you can just put 500 here, right? But you get the idea. And yeah, tags for easier finding of it. You can see all of the templates here. You can analyze a contract. You have things like documentation generators, project summarizers, wisdom extraction. So you can literally just copy and paste an article or a YouTube transcript, for example, and it will just give you the most important key aspects of that. Yeah, a lot of great templates to start off from here. But let's say that you don't want these options to show up. Maybe, because over time, of course, there's going to be so many templates that I upload here. Maybe it'll just be too much. So what you can do, you can head into settings, into the templates portion of it, and then just turn off show SS sync. So now when you /, nothing will show up because the templates need to be in the templates directory. So you can actually make a copy of one of these. Let's say you really like the GenWiki one. So you're going to make a copy, and then you're just going to place it into your templates directory. And now when you are in a note, it'll show up because it's in the correct directory. Now, you also will want to do this. For example, you change something here, right? So let's say you really like this template, but you don't want this rule or these set of rules, right? And you want to edit this out. That's fine, but make sure that you put it into your templates directory. The reason being is that whenever there's a future update to any of these templates, all of these templates are going to update and overwrite whatever is currently here. So if you make changes to the one that's in the SS syncs directory, then of course it is going to overwrite those changes. It's going to erase any change that you made to it, unless, of course, you put it into your own templates directory, as I did here. So now any changes you make here will not occur or will not disappear whenever you update. But yeah, that is about it for today's video. Again, I'm going to make a much more in-depth. We'll go over all of the settings. We will really take a look at what each of these means. I did try to make every single setting pretty straightforward. I added little notes and things that I hotkey, tried to make it as apparent as possible. But of course, nothing beats a good old-fashioned tutorial that goes in depth. So yeah, just going to show you how this transcribes. There we go. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.